A warm welcome to Joburg today. My name is Ayanda Sochisa. Solar history was recently made here in Johannesburg when MTN launched the largest and first concentrating cooling plant.
Mirror, mirror on the roof, who's the coolest and the greenest of them all? Africa's largest cell phone operator recently invested in the continent's biggest concentrating solar cooling plant.
Chatting away, SMSing or surfing the net, MTN's data center in Fairlands heats up quite a bit when dealing with customers' data.
If we don't keep it cool, the equipment will overheat and we'll have data loss in the data center. We try and keep it within ASHRAE Class 1 limitations, i.e. 23 to 27 degrees C. Within South Africa, within the next 2 years, we're going to pay carbon tax. We want to avoid paying carbon tax and we want to reduce operational expenses on mechanical equipment. That's why this made perfect sense for us to invest in.
242 solar mirrors covering an area of about 480 square meters track the sun, collect and concentrate its heat to in turn heat pressurized water.
One could be excused for being confused as this plant uses the heat of the sun to, well, cool down the data center.
A concentrating solar cooling system allows us to produce a higher temperature heat, in this case here 180 degrees, and with that power a double effect absorption chiller, which is a higher efficiency absorption chiller, producing more cooling from the same amount of heat as it would be possible with other solar technologies. Absorption chillers use heat which is used under vacuum to evaporate a liquid, which is water in our case as a refrigerant. And by doing so we extract heat from a chilled water coil, and that again is then producing the cooling effect that we deliver to the building.
The plant's cooling capacity equals the power consumption of 100 households. Germany's global DINA Solar Roofs program helped to finance the project.
It's a very new system, even in the branch of the PV technology, and that's why we decided to use this system in our program.
With the aid of DINA, the capital equipment was discounted to such a rate where we got a decent return of investment.
It's even for Germany an interesting project because this project could realized in the framework between the German and South African energy partnership.
MTN foresees the period of return on investment shrinking from over 10 years to about 6 years.
Expectations are high for lower electricity bills, a smaller carbon footprint, but most importantly, world-class technology operating successfully in Africa. Marisa de Klerk, Joburg Today.
I'm Bryce Nicholson and you're watching Joburg Today.
You can follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today and on Facebook, joburgtoday.tv. Or if you're on the go, you can find us pockettv.mobi. That's a pocket with an I. We can all talk about going green, but it takes action to get things done. Here is an inspiration story of Dawn, who won the ITA Eskom Award.
The Eskom ITA Awards have been running since 1985, and it's all about recognizing excellence in energy efficiency. Don entered last year in the 2013 awards in the Energy Savings in Households category. The aim of the awards is to recognize excellence in energy efficiency, but it's basically to find individuals, companies, youngsters out there who are saving energy, and so that they can act as role models for others in South Africa.
I read in the newspapers about the ITA Awards, and I knew that we had accomplished something pretty special in this house, reducing our electricity consumption by about 3/4. So I thought, well, why not help try to get the word out? So I applied, and they had a nominations process, and you had to give presentations to some judges. And yeah, next thing I know, I was chosen. I had always been interested in energy efficiency and in reducing my environmental footprint. It seemed when I moved to South Africa about 18 years ago that this was a really good place to do that, because for a couple of reasons. First of all, you have great sunshine here in Johannesburg. And secondly, because knowing that all of the electricity comes from burning coal, every time you save electricity, you can make a greater environmental impact here in South Africa than you can elsewhere. There are a whole lot of changes we've made that don't cost anything. There are the behavior changes that we make, just about being careful about keeping the warm air in and keeping the fridge door closed and turning off the lights when you're not using them, etc. And those don't cost a cent. And there are a lot of other things you can do: shorter showers, turning down your thermostat on your geyser, these kinds of things don't cost anything.
Taking charge of your electricity challenges is never an easy task, but it begins with changing the little things like light bulbs, as we've seen in the house behind me. So think about it and take charge. I am Bitumelo Pelesa for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Samantha Jessamine and you're watching Joburg Today.
As we all know, the Mandela International Day is around the corner, and we asked the Joburg Today crew to tell us what they will be doing for the 67 minutes for Mandela Day.
I will be dedicating 67 minutes of my time this year to raiding my closet, giving away some of my clothes, things that I don't wear, and giving them to the less fortunate, people that have very less to wear. I mean, it's winter, it's very cold out there. And there's a lot of people living in the streets, people that don't have much. So that little bit that I can do, that little something that I can contribute this year, is to taking what belongs to me and giving it to someone that cannot afford it.
I intend on spending 67 minutes of my time with the MMC of Public Safety and the Emergency Services, going with them to the community of Kliptown, informal settlement in Soweto, to actually clean it up. And I took this opportunity to actually go with them because I hardly get time in the year to actually do something as big as this and giving back to the community. So for me, I'm really happy that I can actually do something, even if it's once a year, but I intend on not staying there for only 67 minutes, but for the whole day, actually giving back to other communities and actually cleaning up the surrounding areas of Kliptown informal settlement.
For my 67 minutes on Mandela Day, I'll be going to Thokoza Park, going to all the hotspots to clean up the hotspots, and also visit old age homes to help clean out as well. And lastly, to plant trees around Thokoza Park.
Yeah, so for my 67 minutes on Mandela Day, I'm going to be making sandwiches for street kids around Joburg and going out and handing them out. I've got a friend of mine who does it every Sunday. She calls it Sandwich Sunday, but I figure the least I can do is step up to the plate for one day and give something back.
To be honest, I'll be working on the 18th of July, but I feel like Mandela Day is a day for those who actually do not do anything or contribute much to the community. So I do things during the year, just visiting people on the streets and doing all that. So, because the question is, what happens after tomorrow or the day after or the next day? So it is about, you know, contributing so much, not just one day thing.
How's it? This is Dominic Oliver and you're watching Joburg Today.
To find out what's happening in and around Johannesburg, don't forget to check out our special focus section. And you can also check out our new show, Leading Opinion. That is it from me today. I'm leaving you with the song called Bad News by Wrestlerish.
Back in ETV.
Keep this in the dark, ignoring every spark. I'll be hanging around, just hanging around, and I'll keep this from myself, ignoring better health. I'll be hanging around, just hanging around, 'cause baby I'm bad. your bad news. I don't trust myself with you, with you. And we're better lost and found, ignoring bitter sounds. I'll be hanging around, just hanging around, and I'll keep this for myself, ignoring bitter health. I'll be hanging around, just hanging around, 'cause baby, you're bad news. I don't trust myself with you, with you. You're bad news. I don't trust myself with you, with you. And this is more than I have found. And I can't last another round.